Member for Gauteng Central.
Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Reason Lekutlan. Member for Kalahari North.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Question number 5.
Honorable Minister of Transport and Infrastructure. Honorable Minister Salakai.
Ke a leboga, Mr. Speaker. Ke a leboga motutegi mo Parlamento a Kgalagadi Bokone. This question, Mr. Speaker, but is heavily pregnant with 5 parts. Ya bobedi le yone e leng gore e nonnegela thata. Mme ke tla e araba jaana ke iketlile. Mr. Speaker, the question did not specify the financial year. Gore ga ke aga ka nna le nako ya gore ke go kopana le motlotegi ke mmotsa gore tota botso ya gagwe e ne e le referring to which year. But it is assumed that it is the current financial year, 24-25. So, Mr. Speaker, I've noticed, as I indicated when I prefaced my remarks, that the question is heavily pregnant with 5 parts. But the first one, I will start with the first one. The first part makes reference to projects that were subjected to direct appointment provision before my arrival as Minister of Transport and Infrastructure, while the second part relates to the current status. With particular reference to part 1, there are 13 projects that were directly procured from April 2024 to date. The second part seeks to appreciate whether I personally have made such a direct appointment. This is how I understood the question, but the honorable member is free to correct me. To this extent, Mr. Speaker, I can therefore safely say I have not made any direct appointment, but have ratified 4, being the first one, construction of New Tadi Junction to New Tadi Road and associated works. The second one is a works contract for the procurement of routine maintenance using alternative technology, Hamsadi Trail. The third one is that Tishia Road, 30 kilometers, construction of Radisele to Pilikwe Road. And the fourth one is a works contract for the procurement of asphalt overlay and road marking Hamaramusu Motoko Road. I ratified that decision. The second part, Mr. Speaker, I have thought I should refer the honorable member to the attached table. Ka gore motlotegi o naeleditse go itse maina di projects, value ya tsone, di company gore di owner a ne le bo mang le gore a nna ke sign. So you will guide, Mr. Speaker, whether I should give him the copy or read it to Parliament. Either way, I'm fine.
O tainela motutegi.
Excellent. So I shall move to the third part. Mr. Speaker, I'm not aware that the cost of the directly procured projects have ballooned pervading the best interest of the public. The fourth one, Mr. Speaker, there are funds appropriated for agreed projects. Whether we are in a financial crisis or in a normal economic state, budget needs to parliament. The role of the ministry that I had is therefore to use the appropriated funds for the agreed projects. Therefore, if it's in the public interest that I must use direct appointment, I will gladly do so. And in the same token, use conventional method if it requires so. Either way, it should be in the public interest. The last one, direct appointment as one of the procurement methods is guided by Public Procurement Act of 2021. And there's no team assembled to conduct direct appointments. Evaluation.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Minister. Ka go tsibogela dipotso tse ke ne ke di go lebagantse. Mme tota ya ka no bua kgang ya me ne le gore ke lebagantse le financial e ne e sa tswa go heta yone. Ga ke ise ke bone table eo mme tota ya tara ke sena go e bona ke gone nka taka dira le di-question tse di latelang ka bona ke ta ke dira di-question let me just rush to number ga di board di composite tsa batho bana ba evaluate ne ke bona gore go evaluate the same people go nna le junior engineer go nna le di batho ba supplies ke yone gape ne ke batla that table after ke sena go e bona gape ke ta kopa gore ke ta go morago ka di-question tse dingwe di-supplementary. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Minister, do you need to say anything?
Though go sena potso mme go botlhokwa gore ke mokgwa dikgang especially gore gongwe hansa de le yone te kgone go baakanya dilo dingwe mototego mo parlamentong a supa gore ke ya ngwaga o hitileng but ke ya ngwaga o neo ka gore ya ngwaga o hela ka March o simolotse last year up to the 31st of March. So is this financial year, not the past one? The second one, o tlhalositse ala gore santse a ta botsa dipotso. So ne ke tle go ema ka dinao gore gongwe a botse dipotso ke mothamaletse dikarabo. Ke a leboga.
Supplementary. Procedure, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary, Honorable Kapinga.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Tona kana nna potso e le ke bala. Ke ne ke bona e le potso e leng gore e ntsha matshwenyego mabapi le di direct appointments. Le ka ha e leng gore o ka re di letelela corruption ka teng. Mme nna ha ke gore editse ha ke utlwe le motho a tshwenyegile ka kgang eo. Ke utlwa ka re o iketile a mme tota tona o tshwenyegile ka di direct appointments tse di diregetseng pele ga le tsa puso. A ona le maikaelelo a gore o dire sengwe ka tsone go baakanya tshenyo e setšhaba e se bonang ka matlho a sone. Na ke go bone o tshwenyegile.
Honorable Minister, a o tshwenyegile.
Ke a leboga, Mr. Speaker. Monna yo ke mototlang thata the leader of opposition, re dumelang Salishando. Maloba hanne ke galehile thata ka kgang ya DM model. Ona ta go ema hantang kopa gore nya miskala galeha thata. A ene maduo eno na galeha. So ke tsetse gore there is a DM model on the ground. O ene gore maduo a teng very soon a tla bo a galehile thata ka dikarabo le go tshwenyega ga gago. And mo gongwe ga go tlhoke thata gore go supa re ke tshwenyegile be ke tsholetsa lentswe. So sometimes I believe in allowing the results to make the noise. So ke leboga thata the guidance that I was given by the leader of the opposition.
Honorable Minister, you are not answering his question. And there's a difference, and it's a very thin line. You buang ka maduo, our project eta maybe within time, budget, and clinic ita nothing, kana tsela ita nothing. But what he is raising is the issue of corruption related to direct appointment. And he's saying, you seem not to be concerned. Are you concerned? If you are, what are you doing? Is that what you are saying, Honorable Ambassador Kaping?
That's what I'm saying, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister, address the question.
Mr. Speaker, ke ta ke tsosa ke hore motho ga a tshwanela go ba kentsha speaker. Mme kana potso e nne ke ya araba ga ya botsa ka corruption. E ne e botsa ke ne ke le ka go araba dipotso tse nne di budiwa ke mototegi. Le go tlhalosela go le go nyemme gore ke tshwenyegile ka corruption. Jaaka ke setse ke supile go na le tiro e leng gore e hapele ga lona le parlamente ya DM model. E leng gore part of it ke ga go leka go tlhodumela mo dikganyeng tsone tsa corruption. So ne ke leka go supela gone gore ga ke a tshwanna go supa gore ke consent ka go mana. Mme gone potso ya corruption was not part of the questions, but I hear you say I'm concerned.
Supplementary.
Procedure, Mr. Speaker.
No,
Procedure.
No, honorable members. Honorable Saragai, indeed, if you look at this question, look at Roman numeral number 3. And you also look at the Roman numeral 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, yes, 5. So the inference from both Honorable Likutlane and Honorable Kaping, ke gore concern ha ke corruption. It may not have been written in black and white, but a careful reading of the question is clear that the concern here is dubious dealings of fraud and chicanery in respect of direct appointment. So, kenaro motote go ska ba re ga go a buiwa ka corruption gotelele ma parliament ba tshwenyegile ka yone kganye, which is why I thought you should answer the question ka ha ba ne ba tshwenyegile ka teng. I'll take the last supplementary.
Mr. Speaker, tota ya la santse re le go mokganyane ya gore minister ga a wele sente. Direct appointment, tumelo e ntsi mo rona rotlhe ra itse gore ne re lla ka yone gore direct appointment ke yone phatla mosimo e le gore ke gore ko corruption e diragalang teng. So tota ela tso gore o tso thamaletse o ntse se huba gore o a reng hela ka direct appointment. O buela batho ba setšhaba se go utlwe matshwenyego a gago o galegenyana go se kae ora minister.
Ato wale go se kae Honorable Salakai.
Ya me ke a leboga motsamaisa dipuisano tsa go gonne. But I must admit, Mr. Speaker, that one of the things that I wasn't sure of was whether to make implications on the direct questions as asked by members of parliament. I thought I wasn't aware of the standing orders, but I will always make those necessary implications. But of course, the potso tsa teng di tlhamaletse. Mme nne ke tsetse gore ke le tsone nne ke di tlhamaladitse kana nne ke di arabile ka tlhamallo. Ke supile ha gore to the extent that direct appointment is guided by the Procurement Act, that is something that I will honor. The Procurement Act has erred to allow direct appointment. But if my predecessor abused the provision, I'm not going to abuse it. If we are going to allow the conventional method, for 6 months. After 6 months, we got litigation. After the third year, direct appointment is corruption. But it's up to them to say, when I will manual or corruption, or conventional method. I've got no problem with it. But I thought the movers, the original intent of the minister will exercise good conscience and good faith. Parliament
Honorable Bogatsu, member for Lenzole Tauli Pepe.
Mr. Speaker.
Taimotela. Honorable Justice Dr. Dow, member for Katling West, Mother of the House.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, question number 7.
Honorable Minister of Lands and Agriculture. Acting Minister Tsiri.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and good morning to the House. Kelebogele Medal for this question. Njai bua ka Katling. Ibua di concerns that think it's a haselo